are you ready for the end of Justice for All? Hell yeah, guys! Welcome to the final update. We are gonna be tackling the trial and the end of Justice for All. All right, we are mid-trial. Let's go. All right. So we ended up on a cliffhanger, and I've totally forgotten what I was doing. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Powers' testimony, the person who received the bear, or the bear itself? Bear. All right. I forgot what I was doing, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. I'll admit, I didn't think that was the right answer, but I'm a genius. Always talk about the bear. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken his bear home. Disaster averted, it looks— Fuck you! You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Oh, this is just foreplay. I got it. Huh? I remember clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. Okay, no worries, V. Thanks for the spoiler message. The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding in Ungard's mansion as his butler. What a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would be bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to masturbate furiously? Yes. I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. I'm so saving. What are you trying to pull, you? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Oh, it's cyclical. Okay. The person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of— Ah! What? Why are you screaming? What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're gonna scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it. You've got to be kidding me. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was a Nickel Samurai. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in the room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt on guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Always! Well, do I? What should I do? Never not object! I will now announce my Objection! Yeah! There's only one way for me to drag this trial out! The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Unguard's mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. Are you third-partying this? What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client. Yeah. Is this all you have? Now that is right, let's hear your theory. Oh, yeah, this is great. I like this one because it's all, hey, let's bullshit everything. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Comedy option, the dead woman. Take that. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt on guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume! Fuck you! I know I should have accused the judge, yeah. Huh. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. Reasonable doubt! But what about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. Reasonable doubt. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. Well, that's right. Then finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion? It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Reasonable doubt. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Anyone can tell Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as pin the guilt on someone else! Yeah, unbelievable! It's not some petty, it's murder of all things! This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Oh, God! Order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom! Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Nani? Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. Who would that be? quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Oh, we're going here? Okay. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Well, we've successfully extended the trial. And to be fair, even if your goddamn client is guilty, that's not your job. Your job is to instill reasonable doubt. And it is reasonable at this time to say that it was Miss Andrews. We have her admitting she was wearing the costume. We have her admitting that Matt was asleep. So many things she's already admitted to, right? So this is actually a very, very good defense attorney, to be honest. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt on Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. We're a good defense attorney. Mr. Nick! Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. Really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in now, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Whew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? You figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. Have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! A tent? I could see a circus tent! Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. It says Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? Well, there's only one, pal, the very big circus. Oh my god, we're looping around? Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about 300-foot radius from the main tent, hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox! Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her! An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's been starved. God knows she's been hungry for 1 day! Could you please hurry? Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Yeah, Gumshoe's pretty familiar with it, because he's seen it. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Is she wearing a jumpsuit? Because she was arrested. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. So she's a hostile witness. Got it. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before. That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why does she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Oh, interesting! So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It really looks like there really was something to that bear after all. I'll bet you the suicide note's in it. Oh, right. I should actually, put that up, sorry. Content warning, there are mentions of suicide for this story. I don't know if we've passed them already, but be warned. Thank you. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. Hold it! A puzzle. Yeah, that's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? Oh wow, that was nothing. Hold it! So you can take it apart. And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ooh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. Fucking Jesus. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about the cavity? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? Oh, it's a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? Well, that's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. Hold it! So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the 2 of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. This looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Ha! Oh, really? Hinting! You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the 2 of us knew. The 2 of you, huh? And of course that means Mr. Ungard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated in the court record. A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Karita and Andrews know how to open it. I'll bet you the suicide note's in it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Cool. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that could come next, and that is this. What's inside the box? What's inside the box? Objection! I let Draco. What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves a puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? I fucking knew it! What is that? It looks like a note. I knew it! I don't think we need to guess at what that is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Ooh, good music! He noticed it! Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. Seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. It's most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. Well, not in this case, Drago, because she was going to burn it, right? But that was her own prerogative. It wasn't necessarily evidence in this case. It ended up being evidence. But in the beginning, it probably wasn't. She had her own prerogative to destroy the note for a long time. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Edgeworth doesn't believe in safe words. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engard. About being engaged to Carita and Engard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. That's all I had to say about that. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Mountain Guard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Celeste's suicide note added to the court record, found inside the figurine. It tells of Engard's horrible misdeeds. It's Engard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that!
How terrible, a selfish person!
Well, I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. Yeah, that's what they all say. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Seems we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do? I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry! Save. If you have to ask why there is a cat on screen, the tits of an 8-year-old. That's why. Suicide note and the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue? The suicide note.
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor. Rabble! Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it? It's like he doesn't care and he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Mattengard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I say Mattengard couldn't have known what was written on the note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. This is a good defense lawyer! Exactly, but I did think of it that way. And I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a no without first knowing what it said. Order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I shall give you despair! I'd like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Mattengard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And? The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Mattengard. Oh, he has a good point too. This is a good trial. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of? Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. Is he a pickpocket? But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Come shoes, bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Mattengard's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? This guy's a fucking psycho! What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Mattengard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy?
Shush, stop, don't look at him. Boy, he's sweating. He's just so ew, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief. You figured out what you're gonna do next yet? What am I gonna do next? Sweating away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? All right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that he's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Well, I gotta present evidence. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. I'm tired! Fuck you! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily! You're beginning to sound desperate! That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Huh? In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, is that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking, hang on. Screen cap this! You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna leave it here for a second. Beautiful. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. So something that he had... All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, all the things she said. Oh, god damn it. They are buying time, but this is still a trial that he had in his possession. He gave us... He didn't give us this. When we first met him, it was in the office, right? And he straight up just handed us the suicide report, didn't he? Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Okay, yes, I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item that should be examined is the defense's gray matter. Whoops. Mr. Wright, after this trial is over, I'd like to see you in my chambers. Oh my. I think there are a few things we need to discuss. Yeah. That was a fun one. Okay, something he had in his possession. Nope, that's not it. Something he had in his possession that he didn't look at carefully. I know there's something, and it's making my brain itch. It was a transmitter, wasn't it? Nope, that wasn't it. I know it's some... Fuck. I think I was close. That's not it. No, that wasn't it. I swear to God. Something he gave us. It's not the photo. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Is it the camera? Nope. the picture look like someone from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yeah, that gets a lot. Yeah. Nope. I'm literally just gonna run through all of them because I'm stupid. What the fuck? He gave us the fucking... Ow! Thank you! Hi, Sasquatch. Oh. Ow! That ain't it. Ow! Thank you! Ow! Thank you! Ow! Thank you! Ow! Thank you! Listen! I'm uncatchable! I'm like the fucking spirit in the top of Lavender Town's tower. Can't catch me! Ow! Thank you! I'm gonna have to go through all of these. I know. Did the cheese toss work? I missed it. What the hell did he give me? Did you know I'm an attorney? Nope. The bear. Nope. I'm literally, it's gotta be one of these things, bruh. Like, I'm just gonna literally go through them all. The big bear. That was not it. I can't remember what he gave us. Ow, Jesus Christ, thank you. I love that one because it knocks me out. Fork. Oh, he quiet. Not that one. Everyone abuses me. Wasn't the knife. Oi! Don't abuse the muted button! Silly! Let's see. Let's see. Wow, I'm fucking terrible here. I'm literally just gonna go through everything. It works! Please don't abuse it, because that's actually useful for me. Please, thank you. Oh! There he goes, squawking his head off. This is annoying. What's dumb? Me? I'm dumb. Okay, I've kind of gone through this whole thing. You looked up the answer and it's dumb? Huh. Okay. It's fine. This is going a little fast. It was not the guide map. It wasn't that. I'm gonna go through here, and if it's none of them, then I'm looking it up. I think I already did the camera. Breeze shaking that booty. Okay. Okay. I have literally run through everything. Cheese Hammer, what the hell is it? I know it's the right one if the music stops and it progresses. Okay, Breeze. Really? Oh, fuck off. But he didn't give it to me. What? That makes no sense! Oh, for fuck's sake, that's stupid. That is actually stupid. That is actually stupid. I don't mind getting spoiled for that, because that makes absolutely no sense. Come on. Come the fuck on. Something he already gave me. Something he had more time with. What? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. Okay, yeah. No, Breeze, you have a good point. You have a good point. It hasn't been checked by anyone. You're right. But this bear was only in my possession only a few moments ago. I forgot it. Reasonable doubt. We're looking for reasonable doubt. Oh, for God's sake, I'm sorry. That's on me. Thank you. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. No. So, as whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not. Probably too many items on the record, yeah. No, I didn't go to law school! That has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be... Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you!
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
Objection!
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. It is actually a good defense. It is a good defense. I completely effed that up. I should have been thinking like a defense lawyer. Gasps in Spanish. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing.
Objection!
Right, if you're gonna pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. No, you! He's not wrong. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? As the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that, yet again, we've reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is gonna carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. She needs cheeseburgers. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Hand analysis my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Karen is guilty. Look at any idiot can tell you that.
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
What is that sound? It's funky! It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is it with him? What's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal, I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you, I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I don't keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. Just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. Bruce has come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Ms. Edgeworth. I can't do that. I'm in the middle of a trial, you fucking idiot. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Yay! I'm sorry! Was that a literal JPEG of a phone? It was the square! Catch this JPEG! Yeet! Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you've got to buy us some more time. The court is in session. Oh, that's fucking cold! I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright? This is a court of law, not a court of slaw! I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Oh, shit.
Objection!
What? What the hell's going on? Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. 30 minutes? But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe you can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? I've got a plane to catch. 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised, I will not allow another recess today. No more playground time! Not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report! Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right, looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Many items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. Oh, there we go. Breaking the chain of evidence, just casually. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. The honka-dunk car said I'd be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. All right. He's stuttering. All right, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, so I'm on a mission from God. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Oh, he's going to die. I'm left by the murderer, huh? See, he's not detective anymore and he's not being bossed around. He's a loose cannon. And if something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me! He fucking died! No one can stop me. Oh, he actually did. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? I've got to hurry and call for help. I have no idea where he is. His cell phone's broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. And also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, there's a way we can find out where he is and we stand a chance. Why, oh, why did Gumshoe have to get in an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. Oh, Mia! You're right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
Take that!
Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. I guess this won't work out. I guess it's up to me. Oh shit, I fucked up, didn't I? Alright, I will think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right? It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There was a phone call for you, sir. They say it was extremely urgent. Probably finished with the handwriting analysis. Damn, it was half an hour already? I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. There's no crying in law. To be continued. I know I picked the wrong thing. Oh well, it is what it is. We're gonna save, and we're gonna take a quick break, because this is the best time to, at this time. So, thank you guys for watching so far. Come on back, and we'll finish this off. Ow. See you in a bit. This is it. Let's go. Gumshoe is extremely dead. Rabble. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yes, Your Honor. What other Capcom games would you try out? Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know about Capcom is fighting games. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he's stressed. I can understand a defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. Oh, no, I don't think I'd enjoy Mega Man, to be honest. It's not my kind of game. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Oh, fuck. Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Oh, yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I've discovered that the suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It's a fake. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? We need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Kurita. Well, well. It looks like Miss Impact's never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Present evidence! The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not know it was a fake. Oh. There was something related to this. It was... Oh, I've got to think about this for a second. Could it be the photo? I think proving this is real or not is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's chest is real. Wow, bitch. God. Caddy! Farewell, my thumbnail. Yeah. Okay. I think it's not actually maybe a piece of evidence. It might actually be a profile. 'Cause it's totally the cat, yes. Let's think here. Because it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. That was not it. How would he know the letter was a fake? Is it actually him? No, it wasn't. Okay, that was a theory I had, but it's not right. Okay. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. The defense believes the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proved up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. The spy camera. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! I actually did it! Ha! What's this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. A very small one, but cause if he stated everything is true, it's impossible for him not to have known because he's been fucking spying on him the entire time, just like Edward said. Oh my god. Oh, that's right. Yeah, second try. I just had to think about, I had to remind myself. Reasonable doubt. Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. MSN Messenger camera. Oh, my elderly heart. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known the victim and forged the note. Ah! Amazing. So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. If that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution theory is what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was. It suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth! Why don't you show us some proof the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Wow, he's actually being a good defense attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who's dug his own grave. As I figured. Yeah, it's so rare that Phoenix tops Edgeworth. Huh? As you figured. As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what's next? What's next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ngotha— hang on 1 second! I exploded. Makes sense because Phoenix is a put. Thank you. Then we must prove it from another angle. A Dutch angle. Well, I agree with you there. Why does he look like he needs to shit? Because he does? He wants to try another angle, does he? It shouldn't go at an angle! The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth studying? That's not like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it a duck? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the— no such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It's the killer. It is, yes, go on. Get on with it! The man himself! Mr. Shelley the killer! Oh, Mr. the killer. Nani? Shelley the killer? You mean the killer? I mean, the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here, to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is all right to do this. You're the judge? Very well, the prosecution calls his witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? It's gonna take him a while. Not a witness. Your name and, occupation, please. Very good, sir. Oh my god, it does have a face and it is him! Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say! What is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I really like the Electric 6 version of that. I'm so hungry. Maya! Maya! A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer. Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Soothe jazz. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? I was really hoping that was gonna be you can't handle the truth. At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Wong Kurita. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Kurita. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yeah, that's it. It's a bad dream. Shelly the Killer. What is he gonna say? Fuck off! Testimony! Sorry, I'm having a cheese. There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. That is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Did we offer him immunity? Mr. Killer seems to be a very clever man. I won't say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. Yeah, he always said he wouldn't pinpoint his location. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine a witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Come on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. Hey, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom! That's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yeah, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough! Please, no more! Very well, it was only hypothetical, anyway. And that's the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. Hold it! Snake coming! That's one I don't have. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another in the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now? Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything! The judge had better watch himself. 555 for snake coming? Aight. It's my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Hold it! We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. Okay, thanks, Hal! Fuck you! I still have a few things to say before I do. Egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. Us therapists, you know. Okay, so I'm supposed to present something? Interesting. I wasn't realizing I had to present something. Cat! Let me save. So that I don't have to go back.
Hold it!
No, fuck, I wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh shit, I did have to go back! Fuck! It's one of those! It's one of those! A person who frames... This has happened to us in trial before. We had to go back and talk about something else. He mentioned that he broke the rules, right? That he tried to frame someone else for the murder, okay? So now I went back to that one, and now he's saying a person who frames another is the worst kind of human. I missed what Phoenix said, sorry. And that's why you feel you could betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? Phoenix, the trust between you and your client? Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, so DishNet just said it, but I will read it out loud. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out. Phoenix, I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. And then we got to this part. This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree?
Hold it!
With bated breath! What is it? Oh, now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What?
Objection!
Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier! Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be! On the phone earlier! What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edwards in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt and Guard, perhaps? Knew it.
Objection!
This is outrageous! I was deceived! This witness is telling a very serious lie! But you were the one who summoned this witness. Are you Shelley DeKiller? My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt and Guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it's obvious to me that this means that Mr. Mountain Guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff! Bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What's now? With the way this is going, Guard will be found innocent. It's maybe our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? It happens all the time. Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question a witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath. You can't prove it. It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please! That testimony just now, it was all one big lie! Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No! That's not true! Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and mutton, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them! Tell them the real story! Who the real killer is, tell them! Please help me! Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. Oh, I got opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Well, I mean, the whole name of the game is to fucking... Like, here's the thing! Reasonable doubt, guys! Reasonable doubt! Yeah, Gumshoe's dead, so why wait for him? Free play! Request the trial continue. Phoenix? I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Mountain Guard is a killer, a murderer! I can't let him get away with this! I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'll be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Oh, yes, this is what it feels like to be in love. Ow! Good timing. Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right? But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job is done. I'm not done yet. Just see through witnesses' lies and find the truth.
You can't handle the...
Fucking brilliant! That is my job, Your Honor! Yes! 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 It was brilliant! man. And we're done. Goodbye, everybody. No. I'm gonna end it now. That's it. That's the end. We're done. Still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in the very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. Killer. Right away, Your Honor. My balls hurt! Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? What shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carrera was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and the button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Objection!
Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What's this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. This is fucking wild. I can see why people like this game series now, because this is insane.
Hold it!
What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Ah! No! I'm not thinking of hiring Mr. Wright! Yeah? You wanted to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that? Your Honor, guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty! Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
Yeah, I would have Wendy's, but, Sasquatch is making chicken parm tonight. So I'm having chicken, at least. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah. Yeah, well, changing occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this, even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Killer. You got McDonald's, traitor! And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt.
Hold it!
You talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card left behind. Mac and cheese is good, so that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his craft. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Ooh, steak souvlaki. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene.
Hold it!
So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That's correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No! I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever! Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead.
Hold it!
From the very beginning. That is correct, from before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button.
Hold it!
So why did you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Umgard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Hold it!
And that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again, as in you plan to continue. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you gonna do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize it will be very bad for a client, right? I'm so confused. The one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Alright. I know she looks 20. I know she does. I know she looks 20. But it's an 8-year-old. So I hide it. Because I can. I have a theory.
Objection!
Nope. I'm gonna run through the thing again, just in case it's one of those things that he said something and I need to catch it again. Guilty! Guilty!
Hold it!
I'm just gonna read it again. Most people try to create an alibi. Most people try to create an alibi. I feel like... This one's hard, damn. Needs something to give reasonable doubt that Adrian Andrews is... Reasonable doubt about Adrian Andrews. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Let's see. Reasonable doubt.
Objection!
Fuck, that's not it. Agent Phoenix 7, that is the judge, known for his questionable attention to his cases and impulsive verdicts. Many in cases you took part in. He must be brought down. I'll leave you to prepare. I'm struggling on this one. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carrito was dead. I feel like this is the one. How do you know this?
Objection!
I think I could use a hint because this one I'm actually struggling on. I'm not gonna lie. I can use a hint. Right statement, different evidence. Okay. Okay.
Objection!
Not the bear. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to press. Let me read that again, actually. Knew from the very beginning corner.
Objection!
Thank you! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea Juan Carita had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. I was going for the photo. Now I don't know if the photo would have actually been it, but I was like, it's either the photo itself or the wine glass, and I'm thinking it's the wine glass. So I was on the right track at that time. I'm really happy. I'm glad I got the statement right. Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't it part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I mean, there is a stupid criminal. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. Rabble. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. I wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Sorry. Anyway. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I've made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is a first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Okay. Only 4 pieces.
Hold it!
1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony.
Hold it!
Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. I did it all for the bear! The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. Talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him into his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. Met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters.
Hold it!
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. Was that? Was with a brief pause. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. Why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKiller had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it was just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, with the witness, please continue. Knows what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I made no mistakes.
Hold it!
So your client was Adrian Andrews. That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Okay, I think I know what that means. Give me a second.
Hold it!
I'm gonna go down. Specific date and time. Okay.
Hold it!
Because the both options I have was very important. If I say it's not important, press further. Yeah. So if I go through this, but then I say it was not important. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor. I don't think it's very important. Well then, witness, please continue. Okay.
Hold it!
Because I have... I'm gonna press further, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's not important. Just curious. Just curious. Why meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. Pronouns fucking matter! Pronouns fucking matter! Trans rights! Fuck you! It was very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh, really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well.
Hold it!
Press, bitch! But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? I think I will try well, actually, let's go back quick. I'm gonna save, because now I've got him. I'm going to go and present Adrian.
Hold it!
Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do! Oh my god, every time I do that, I'm like, I want to present, I don't want to press, and I've always done that. It's such a pain in the ass. Alright, present. Profile. Adrian Andrews.
Objection!
Get fucked! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that's an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Adrian! Oh my god! Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what is the issue? Gender neutral! What did you say just now? About her? Pronouns fucking matter. Pronouns fucking matter. Pronouns fucking matter! If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you she's a woman. Oh my god, he blew up. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always met face-to-face with his clients when taking a request. He's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh! I don't like the sweaty machine. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What is going on? Shelley the Killer! This court demands an explanation! I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. If you can hear that smacking sound, it's the smacking of chicken. I suddenly realized I could hear it. Smacking chicken. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out my lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. In a moment. I know, honey, I know you're doing some pounding, but we're gonna be right back while my husband pounds that breast. Fucking Jesus Christ. Ads are gonna run, so I'll be right back, guys. We're back! Don't ask questions! Here we go. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail, but you never do! There have been times where I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter? He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. We can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, being so handsome, he'll counter every punch I throw. Gay. Now, let's begin a cross-exam.
Hold it!
But you didn't just say that- didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not gonna work on me. My panties are already dropped. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client? No, I'm free for now. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Wow, bitch! There have been times where I took a job without having met my client.
Hold it!
And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. I need a secretary. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? Timeshares. On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? Wow, age me! I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and the request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other things.
Hold it!
2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and got mad. Nah, push him. Whether or not they're relevant to the case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Uh-oh. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Fuck him up! Nah, fuck it. Let's go. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Wow, that was fucking easy. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Carita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Da bear! Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. Fuck yeah. That could be true, actually. Oh, here, I'm gonna say it again, because that was very interesting. I found this figurine at Mr. Ungard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also a part of the plan, to frame Mr. Ungard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, you have any problems? Yeah, there's a contradiction. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. And she's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Present. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the figurine, and she told you to take it to the bear. Take the bear and wait for her at Ungard Mansion. Is that correct? Hang on one second. Yes, where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? Oops. It's a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. Oh my god. I'm freaking out here. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been recipient of this bear. Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. I got that first try. This item. I see where you're going. Yup, that's where I'm going. Where is everybody going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Fucking dog puppy. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note and burned it. Order! So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If this is your intention, there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it!
No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand otherwise. Mr. Wright, are you? He's broken. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, she'll... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... Prosecution... Rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. This is fucking tense. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Andrews? Charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungard, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. You do realize he's still listening, right? The outcome now lies in your hands. Oh, this fuck. Dude, the old guy finally decided? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear that you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out! Mr. On guard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this! That refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as a murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on the matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Mattengard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? Right? I can't do this, but I have to decide something! I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Mattengard, is... Oh. Fuck it, YOLO. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Mattengard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Mattengard is...
Objection!
Excuse? Hi! Franziska von Karma! What are you doing? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgers. I keep forgetting she low-jacked Gumshoe! I forgot she low-jacked that, man! Let's fucking go! Let's go! That's so good! You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap these items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? What is it? Is it a cat? I hope it's a cat. This trial is already over. All that remains for me is to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What?
Objection!
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Good point. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. Oh, we're fucking saving. We're saving. We're saving. We're saving. It's a cat. Sure of it. Ah! That's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Question for more details. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We've yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. That's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. Pistol added to the court record. A small caliber pistol is thought to have been fired by the killer at Franziska. The second piece of evidence is his videotape. I bet the killer took that from a guard mansion. Have you checked the contents? It's Canuck! Canuck, you are guilty. Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah, but I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Did they not arrest him? When did he have time? One of the items retrieved, the killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform of the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. Oh, what is that? There's a button missing on the uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform added to the court record. Worn by the killer on the night of the murder, one of its special buttons is missing. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Wrong, they do. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence. I'm gonna save here because that was a lot of dialogue. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first, make on guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If on guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible! The second way, force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what's always worked for us? The other side. Wait, does she mean... Save now? Oh, okay. Got it! You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge, we've seen all the pieces of evidence. And that's how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who's yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, maybe what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Why are you drinking alcohol in court?
Objection!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. This is gonna be a do or die, baby! Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Objection!
That's impossible! To turn the situation around in one try? One try. That's all I'll permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Now, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. I have saved. I'm saving here. Who would you like to show evidence to?
Take that!
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. The tape.
Take that!
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore! Wait, please, one more chance! I fucked up! Yay! That wasn't it, okay. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. What the fuck? I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. Wow. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. Wow! Holy fuck! Get the bad ending! Yeah! That was fun. Cool, alright. Wow, I actually got the achievement for that. In the original, this line got messed up. Okay. Who would you like to show evidence to? Well, let me take a look at this first. The miracle never happened. Oh god. So the goal of it, just thinking out loud. The goal of this is to show someone something that will drop. It'll make the guy drop it and fuck up on guard. I thought show the tape to on guard. Obviously, that's not the case. I'm thinking it has to be one of the three. It has to be one of the three pieces of evidence, right? I really want to say it's the videotape. Because I'm thinking, like, you've introduced these three pieces of evidence. The miracle has to happen with one of them. So which one is the most appropriate? To me, it's the videotape. Right? To me, it's the videotape because the tapes were obviously being recorded. There was one missing. And the murders would have been broadcast. Okay, right? We know this. We know the murders would have been broadcast. Yeah, because, like, that's the whole point. There was a camera watching. If they were being recorded, if the murder was being recorded at the time, it stands to reason the murder is on this tape. Right? But who do I show it to? It has to be someone in this courtroom. Right? So that's limited. The judge is not one of them. This is gonna be really fucking weird. But what if I show it to John Doe? I think I fucked up again. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I love how this is a celebration and it's still a bad ending, man. That's really funny. Let me ask then, do I have the right evidence? I do. Okay, so it is a tape. So who do I have to show? I have the right evidence. Fucking A. All right. Okay, then that's fine. At least I know I have the right evidence. Like, that's good. That's good. Now I just gotta think about it. Who needs to see it? 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 Okay. Let's see. Who needs to see it? Who would you like to show evidence to? So, I've already tried on guard. Okay. Yeah, on guard and John Doe are out. Fucking Shelly the Killer already knows what it is. What would make him drop him as a client? I would love to show the tape to the cat, dude. Pearl? That'd be fucked up. I really want to show it to Old Bag. I want to show her him getting murdered. Show the child a gun. I'm gonna go with Adrian. Just because. Nope. Okay, it's not her. I actually want to show Pearl. Do I remember why the tape exists? The tape exists for blackmail. Right? The tape exists for blackmail. Wah, Buffett!
Wah, Buffett! Wop.
Maybe I... No way, really? Is it? I'm gonna... Oh, sorry, the disclaimer went away because, I pinned the things for the ads. Sorry! You can put that back up. No one spoiled anything, and you're all very lovely. Thank you. I'm gonna go for the comedy option. Don't show the child the murder. Yay! Okay, maybe I'll just show it to Von Karma. The massacre ending! Maybe you show Pearl the gun, she goes ape shit. Okay. That's sick, bruh. I can hear him giggling. I can hear him laughing loudly now. Okay. The killer had found his successor! Holy fuck! I don't know. Do you want to watch a videotape? Did you know I'm an attorney? No. Why does the fucking tape exist? You can give me a gentle hint. I think I'm exhausting everybody. But I'm getting tired of seeing the bad ending. Gentle. Gentle hint accepted. What the miracle looks like? What a miracle looks like. Think back to what a miracle looks like. What was the line? Because I genuinely don't remember and I can't go back to find out. What was the line? What a miracle looks like. Make Matt wish for a guilty verdict, or make the killer. Make on guard wish from the bottom of his soul for guilty verdict. The second way, force the killer to. Thank you. Comedy option!
Take that!
Nope! Make on guard wish from the bottom of the soul for guilty verdict. Yeah, sure, go ahead, Sasquatch. So at this point, I'm just going through sad ending after sad ending. Force the killer to end his... Did the killer actually know he was being recorded? Yeah, it's a suppository. Well, keep it to yourself. Well, the killer went to go... He was desperate to get it back. But he may have been desperate to get it back. But, well, that's what I was thinking, right? I think I know where we're going here.
Take that!
Fuck! Okay, but hear me out. I get why. And to be fair, that's where I was going with first Matt on guard and then the butler. That's where I was going. So when both of those didn't pan out, I started to get really confused. So, to be fair, give me a little credit. I at least got the tape right. Yeah, I guess. I get it. That's fair. Ow, thank you. I think there's some merit in showing the evidence to that witness. I'm glad I got that far. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Thank you, Sasquatch. I outthought myself, yeah, I started to do that afterwards. Looks like I managed to convince him. Having John Doe and Shelly separate kill at this point seems unnecessary. I think that's what fucked me up. I think that's what screwed me up. Because, to be fair, we don't actually know what Shelly the Killer looks like. We don't actually know he's the butler. I forgot that. My, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. One is the loneliest number. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. He doesn't know! Oh, wow. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch. He doesn't know! Okay, so that was very unclear. But I guess the 2 or 3 things, this was the second thing. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true? Mr. Wright! Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who had placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. Did it happen to be taped over something with puppies or a man in a suit? How is Adrian Andrews? Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. No, yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt and Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did this is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film this crime scene. They wanted blackmail. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. I'm so glad I knew all this. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That's the kind of person they are. I'm starting to understand why he would want to be in jail forever. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to try to use people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That's the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us the one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors, most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client will become my next target. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it! This is how we turn this case around. Turn this case around! Fuck fuck up that guy real good. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Hooray! This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know. Ow! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. That's cute. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. He's sweating! He's sweating to the oldies! Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this tape. Help me? Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We've finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Plead guilty. Matt on guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty! Trigger warning? Okay, thank you. Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside a detention center, your life will be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. Oh, guilty! 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 Oh, damn! Brutal. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I've left Miss Von Carmen in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that's of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at a detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Aww. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That's all. This court is adjourned. Hey, find out it was just a rent roll! Oh, fuck! You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Well, I mean... you got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. fainted in moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements. My client, Vanguard, is... Basically, yes. Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? Girls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, Mr. Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. Nah, you're just a weenie.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks. Oh! What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
Ma'am. About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you are still happy?! I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you! Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth. For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. God, I love angry Edgeworth. I felt like I'd lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. Bitch! But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant, but every time we did so,
Objection!
no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. We will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. That's the reason. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. You didn't even leave me a phone call. You just ghosted me. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Myth on karma. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy! You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. It's a low jack. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? We can use it later. Okay. He's hinting, dude! Nick! Here she comes! Maya! Mr. Maya! Ah! Maya! Oh! A family! Oh, Nick! I knew you'd come through. You got guard convicted, like I knew you would. On top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. You sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I'd just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! I'm relieved you're all right. Hey! It looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Heh. Shoe? All right! I think it's time we got out of this depressing place! Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved! Get her fucking Wendy's! I'm so hungry even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick! Someone draw me a burger in the style of Phoenix Wright. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please? If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This kid's messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick! Food! Food. Gatewater Hotel. Hey, pal! Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe! You alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? And it wasn't a red light that got him. Yeah, I did it again, city boy! I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon y'all bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Draw me like one of your French fries. Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal, amen. You know, when you were thinking about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have been a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout... Oh, sure, it took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Nah, come on, y'all, it's over. Oh boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? Haha, you think? Why does she look so happy about that? In the anime, Lana's role in the kids play Larry. What, Larry from Gym Leader Larry? Being shut away for 2 whole days. Are you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. Oh, Larry Butts! To keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Huh? What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking up something up. Ah! That's Miss Von Karma's receiver! Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, so? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet! You've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Anyone should be saying thanks. It should be me, right? Oh, kiss! I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Kiss, 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 kiss! I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. A kiss?! A gun!
Take that!
What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Was that actually it? Fucking lol. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Cool! He's got a whip now. He can use it on me.
Hey, Mr. Maya.
Yeah, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You, Mr. Nick, I mean...
Pearly, would you cut it out already? Anyway, so who's paying for this little dinner party? As if you need to ask.
Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. I kind of already put your name on the bill. Huh? What? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. This is camera shop and this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. What the?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. It's gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. All right then, if you say so.
Objection!
What a way to end! You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Amazing. What a game. This one was great. This was an... Oh my god!
I'm so happy you gave me this thing. I'm so happy for two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
You freak! Not Thomas! VHS Canuck, thank you for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. They went to DishNet34, AstroDude1987, Private Butter for Christ, Sasquatch Fuzzy, and Inglid 10D. I don't know that one. Thank you. I heard he said things like letting go, so I knew crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Sorry, there's things going by and everyone is so nice. Enlightened. Oh, Enlightened! That's a great name. Wow. Shit, it's you! Hello? Who are you?
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be your waitress from now on.
Good, don't hurt anybody.
And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Thank you for the objection, Kita!
Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Honey. Recently? Yes, the girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes, but I remember if I even laid so much an eye on her, it would go crack. Even matter, I got wet though. Yes.
Thank you for gifting a Tier 1 sub as well to Circle Now Squared. You're a darling. Thank you. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Mo's jokes. Dishnet, thank you for gifting a Tier 1 sub to Hottie. Hi there, Radio Scotty. Welcome in.
I'm ready! I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears! I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor! More curls represent! We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the chorus! Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it!
This is great. Uh-oh.
What's this? Drat is just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy, and she'd be like, well, any man who hasn't heard about this is gonna feel the pain in my heel, is gonna feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because I have 3 warehouses where they store the scenery, burn down, and cause big stink, and...
I got old bagged. Yep, welcome on in, Scotty. Nice to see you. A fun note, Regina's 16 and Max and Ben were in love with her. Yep, that happens. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edward did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Oh, she found a new mommy! Someone found a new dommy. Lesbians! What? It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Please leave a message after the tone. Oh, PB's got art? I can't wait. Oh, I'll show it after the prologue. International departures, gate 12. The epilogue, I should say. Where are you going, Francisco? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planning things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me? I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and you always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? No! I gave it to you to use, idiot! I'm gonna say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always let me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Is this bitch crying? I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm gonna walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. You had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Wow. So we've got ourselves a Boeing 737. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Till then, it's the last piece of evidence that never moves you. I'll take good care of this 4th piece. so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Okay. Bye. Oh! Oh, that's kind of cute. I had a feeling it was the drawing. Yay! We did it! We did it, guys. Fucking A. Awesome. And with that, that is the end of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Thank you, everyone, for coming on this journey with me. It has been an absolute pleasure to play this for you, Blind. I have had a fantastic time with this game. We will be going to the third quest at some point in the future, so stick around. Until then, I'm gonna wish everyone here a good night. And until next time, get the fuck out of my house. Goodbye.